In today's world, there is a need for more understanding and awareness in regard to diversity, equity, and inclusion within the workforce. Wherever you're at in your journey with DEI, Compliance Training Group will partner with you in the transformation and building of cultural awareness within your workforce.
You know, I had a client too ask me the other day, is this a training, even if we do the workshops, is this a training that we should just do once a year, or is this a yearly training? And I think it really depends on the organization and how well their people accept it and get engaged. But I would think that this is something an organization should at least do once a year, maybe not workshops, but a reminder similar to the sexual harassment trainings. You know, you have to do those every so often, whether it's once a year or every 2 years. But I think this is a training that organizations can change up as their people grow and understand. But they should at least do it once a year is what I'm thinking, at least until everybody really gets it.
Yeah, I mean, and understanding that organizations evolve, industries evolve, society evolves, people grow.
Right.
Cultural awareness is not ever a set point in life. It's always growing and changing. And so, yeah, it's definitely good for companies to, even if it's not the exact same training, maybe continuing on. One of the most important things, again, to keep your employees engaged and trusting is that it's consistent. Don't just say, oh, I did this training, we did this 4 years ago. That doesn't really build an environment of trust or validity to people. We want to show that there is an investment into DEI and cultural awareness and building a greater, organization through having a diverse workforce. That only happens with consistency, and people will start to see that. So with these different trainings, that's the great thing. We can always do different topics within the world of DEI to ensure that there are new conversations, address anything that's happening, any new employees. Also, as your organization grows, there could be different things that occur that we may want to bring up in a training. So yeah, once a year I think is a good minimum. I know we've been getting a lot of calls from different clients about some expanded DEI training. What are some of the things that Compliance Training Group offers?
Well, that's a very good question. We have well over a dozen different modules, and we're constantly bringing in new subject matter experts to help us grow our library, so to say. But one of the things is, we've been in existence for just about 20 years or so. However, the way we even got into this was interesting in that we started off doing investigations for people that got employee misconduct. And one of the things we learned was that the supervisors didn't have the tools in which they could help their workers. Okay. And so we started putting together a series of trainings to basically help them understand. Not everybody comes into the workforce as a manager or a supervisor. They have to be taught, or some of them have just a strong personality that they can handle being a manager or supervisor. So our training started there. And then shortly thereafter, sexual harassment training in California and several other states became mandated. And obviously we worked on that, and that has always been a very popular topic. But I will say DEI in the last year or so has taken over number one. It's a very important topic out there in the world today. Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat. It was nice talking to you today.
Yeah, you too. Let's get together more often.